So 3, 2, 1, action. Hey everyone, this is Benjamin here from the African Geek, and you are welcome to this fantastic tutorial inside of Canva. In today's tutorial, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be explaining every single thing you need to know about Canva before you even start taking the first steps in Canva. So this video is targeted at absolute complete beginners in Canva, and I believe I'll be explaining every single thing you need to know about Canva. So if this is something you are interested in, or if you are a complete designer, a complete Canva user, stay tuned and I will be right back after the intro. Alright, so the first thing you need to know is what is Canva, and my simple answer to that is Canva is a graphic design tool, okay, or it's a tool that can help you to make graphic designs, and can help you to do all sorts of things. Even now, you can also edit videos in Canva. You can, like I mentioned earlier, you can also make some graphic designs inside of Canva. So we know some popular ones like Photoshop, Illustrator, and other ones, but Canva also now has the potential to make some interesting designs, and the designs you see on my screen at the moment are some of the things I use Canva for. I didn't incorporate any third party tool. Everything was done in Canva. So I believe even with this, you would have an idea of some of the things you can also do inside of Canva. So without any much ado, let me walk you through how to get your own Canva account. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is to come to canva.com, and when you come there, this is what you are going to see. And with Canva, one thing you should know is we have the various plans. Okay, we have the free version of Canva, we have the pro version of Canva, and we have the enterprise version of Canva. So since you are getting started, I would rather want you to watch this video first before you take any step. And also with that, I have a surprise for you at some point in this video. So I'll just want you to take your time and all of that. So since you are now getting started in Canva, you would simply have to come to sign up, and you can see you can sign up with Google, Facebook, or you go the manual way with your email. Okay, so these are the various sign up options we have. Since I already have a Canva account, I wouldn't go on to sign up, because else I would have too many accounts. Already I have like 3 Canva accounts. I think that's enough for me. All right, so I will just skip this for now, and also I would advise you take a look at some of these features. Okay, if you have an enterprise, then that's fine, but if for personal use, you can consider the free version of Canva or the pro version of Canva. So one thing I would also want you to do is you can pause this video, sign up or sign in if based on what you already have, and after that I would want to walk you through the interface, okay, the Canva interface. Alright, so once you sign up for Canva or you sign in, the first page you would see is this, which is the home page. And with the home page, you can see we have this nice banner which says what will you design, and there are so many options over here. You can also search for anything at all you want. So you can see these are some of the searches I've made so far. So if I search for Instagram, I would be given so many Instagram templates directly from Canva, or pre-made templates which has been provided by Canva. You understand? So let me just go back, and if I scroll down, it shows me some of my recent designs. So now you can see it's also suggesting some of the things you can try here in Canva. Okay, so we'll get deeper into that later on. So the next section I want to explain is all your designs. So with any design you make in Canva, it will appear here. Okay, and you can see these are designs I have actually made in Canva. So any design you make in Canva would just pop up here, and you can just do so many things with that. The next thing I would want to talk about is recent designs, which is similar to all your designs, and I don't know why this should be splitted, because definitely with all your designs, the recent ones will definitely appear at the top. You understand? Then we have shared with you. So in this case, when someone shares a design with you, this is where it's going to appear, and with this would look at how to even share designs later on in this video. Okay, so you can see these are some designs which have been shared with me by other people. Then we have all your folders. So in Canva, you can create folders in Canva, and you can put some of your designs in them. so that in this case it's easier to find certain designs you're looking for. So you can see I have business files and some clients folders over here. So in this case, when let's say the clients want to change or anything like that, I just come to their folder, make the updates, and I can also share the folders with them so that they get to see all the designs they've made me do for them. You understand? Then we have the trash. So with trash is simple. Any design you don't like, you can just trash them away or throw them away, so they get to appear here. And you can also delete them permanently. So you can see we have the option to delete them permanently and even to restore them. So once you do that, it goes back to all your designs. You understand? Then we have class, because I have the educational Canva account. Okay, so mine is more of class and groups, and classwork. But if it's a personal use, you'd see something like teams. Okay, yeah. So I think class is just the educational attribute of team or something like that. I'm just beating around the bush. But after we have tools. Okay, so with these tools, let me just go in there and explain. So you can see we have brand kit. So with brand kit, it helps you to set certain things for your brand. So your brand elements like logos, colors, fonts, you can just do all of that here. But if you're on the free version of Canva, you would only have the option to add I think your brand colors. With logo, I'm not so sure, and with brand font, I'm not so sure. But once you upgrade to Canva Pro, which I'll teach you how to do later on in this video, you can be able to add your brand logos and your brand fonts. So then the next thing you would get if you go on the free, the next thing you would get if you go on the Pro version of Canva is the content planner. Okay, so with this, it helps you to link your Canva account to your Instagram and to your Facebook. And any design you make directly in here can be sent, straight to your, or can be published, not sent, can be published straight to your Instagram or to your Facebook. So you can see these are some designs I have done so far, and also published directly from Canva to my Instagram. So these are some of the things you would get when you upgrade to the Pro version of Canva. So now that we've been able to see the home interface and how everything looks like on the home page, I now want us to go into the design interface so that we can also understand how things look like from the design interface. So let's dive straight there. So to go into the design interface, you have to first of all click on create a design, and you can choose any of these. So what Canva does is it gives you dimensions. Okay, so depending on what you want to create, you can just search it over here, and you get a dimension for that, or you can create your custom dimension if you know what you are looking for. Okay, so I'll just go for 1080 by 1350, and you can just simply choose any of these because we are just going to look at the design interface. Okay, so I do that, and this is where I come to. So usually when you click on that, you would have to wait because Canva would have to take its time to load everything you need for your design. Okay, so in this case, if let's say you're cooking, you can go and get your food. If you have some popcorn, you can go get your popcorn, some drinks. You understand what I mean? Like, I wish I had something here because my throat is already dry, but I want to help. Okay, so you can see we have everything loaded beautifully. At the top over here, okay, is some sort of like the menu bar. We have file, which you have so many options. You can rename your design to anything. So I can just say my first design. Okay, then we have the dimension. Then you're also able to create a new design. Once you click it, a new tab would be open, but we wouldn't do this now. We have show rulers. If you do that, you can see these rulers showing, which helps you to work well. And we also have the guides, which I would want you to check. Okay, then with show margins, you can also do that. I think this is one thing you should have also on your Canva. Check it, make sure it's always checked because it helps you to design well. And we have the print bleed. So if you do that also, it also helps you to know which part your design element shouldn't cross. You understand? Just for printing purposes. Okay, and switch brand kit. We looked at what the brand kits were. So if you're in the Pro version of Canva, you can have various brand kits. So depending on the client you're working on, if let's say you have a client who always comes to you for designs, you can create a brand kit for that client. And let's say I was making something and I want to switch to their brand kits and use their brand element. I can do that. So I go there, I get their colors, their logos, their fonts and things like that. Then I can just start using them for designs. Okay, so this is something you can also do. You understand? Then we have save, okay, which I think isn't really necessary, because when you're working in Canva automatically saves your progress. Okay, so you don't really have to come here and click on save. Canva does that for you, and that's one thing I really love about Canva, and I think you should also love that. Okay, then we have save to a folder. So if you have a lot of folders in Canva, or if you are creating specific designs for a client or a number of designs for a client, I believe you can create a folder and also save the design to a folder. Then we have resolved comments. So comments are usually, if you are designing with a team, what you can do is you can all be designing on a particular design at the same time. Okay, and in this case you can leave comments on certain things. So if it's the font or the logo or the text, I can leave a comment to that, so that anyone designing with me on a particular design can also see it. Once they see it, they just check and resolve the comment. So that's one thing you can also do inside of Canva. Okay, and the next thing is the version history, which I also love. Let's say I made this design for a client, and we have some clients who would always come for changes. It's a fact. You'd always meet that. And if this is you now starting into your Canva design journey or your design journey, be ready for things like that. And one thing Canva really helps with is with every change you make to a design. So if in this case I make a complete design saved, and maybe after 2 days the client wants me to make a change on it, and I make the change, they come after the next 2 days, I make a change, and they come on the 4th day and say, okay, they think they would prefer the first design I made. What you can do is you can use the version history. So when you come there, Canva will list all the version history, and you can see this is the current version. I haven't made any changes. So if there were to be the case where I've made a lot of changes to my design, they would all be listed here, and once you choose any of them, it will just switch automatically, and you can just save and send to the client. This is a thumbs up, a very big thing inside of Canva. I love a lot. Okay, and I believe once you start progressing, this is something you'd also appreciate. All right, so let me just click on close, come back to file, and we also have make a copy. So in this case, if I'm making a design and I want to use the same concept for another design, I can just make a copy of the design and make changes on there. Then I can download my design, which we'll look at later on. Okay, so now that we've seen all of that, now let's also look at certain things on the menu bar, so that we can dive deeper into the interesting parts I believe you are waiting for. So we have the resize, and what resize helps us to do is this design would be best for Instagram, okay, or this dimension here would be best for Instagram. But let's say in the case where a client wants us to make this, the same design should also go on Facebook. Instead of going to home and get a dimension, choose Facebook post and all of that, you can just search for Facebook. Okay, and once you choose, you can just make a copy and resize. Canva will make a copy and resize, or it will resize this one. So if I click on resize, okay, you can see it just changed, right here straight. It just changed over here. So this one interesting thing inside of Canva, but the resize is available for Canva Pro. Don't worry about the Canva Pro for now. I would, like I said, I have an interesting thing for you at the end of this video. So now let's look at okay, we have the changes saved, we have the undo and redo. Okay, so I believe you know what the undo and redo is. If let's say I add a text over here and maybe I don't want the text anymore, I can do undo. If I still want the text, I do redo. Wow. Then you can also rename your design over here. You have the share, which we'll look at later on, and this is something interesting Canva added recently, which is the insight. So once you share your design, I believe you're able to see how many people have seen your design, how many people have, the list of people who have seen it. And if you share it directly to social media, you'd also be able to see some insights over here. So views, impression, and things like that, you see all of that here. Yes, and pardon me if you can hear any noise in the background. I live close to a fire service station, so I think that's where the noise is coming from. Alright, so we have the download button, which we'll also look at later on, and we have, we'll look at all of these things later on. Okay, so now what I want us to focus on is the left pane in Canva, not pane, not that, but P-A-N-E. That's what I want us to look at in Canva, because when you start designing in Canva, that will be the most place you would usually be going to pick stuff for your design. So let's take a quick look at the left pane so that we can understand what we can also use it for. Okay, so in the left pane, you can see the first option we have here is template. So in this case, Canva just automatically suggests templates for you, so you can just choose any of them. So if it's this, okay, I can just replace current page and start designing. If you want nicer templates, you would have to actually upgrade to Canva Pro, but let's not focus on that yet. So this is the main section where Canva usually suggests templates to you. Okay, so the next part is Element, and in Element, this is where you'd find everything you'd want to use for your design in terms of graphics, in terms of icons, shapes, photos, videos, audio, charts, anything surrounding design. You can find it here, and you can also search. So if I want maybe the Facebook logo, I can just search for Facebook and enter. You can see I get a Facebook icon. So anything you want inside, anything you want for your design, you can actually search for that. And we also have some animated elements also here you can use. Now if you want to use your custom designs or your custom images or anything like that, the upload section is the section for you. Okay, so in this case, if I click on upload media, I come here, it opens my file explorer, and I'm able to choose anything I want to upload. So I can go into downloads, I can just upload anything I want to upload. So let me just come here and let me choose this one, and you can see it will be uploaded inside of Canva. Okay, and anything you get to upload comes into the upload section. So here it's for images, videos, and audio. So once I upload an audio, this is where it would come into, and we have a separate section for photos. Okay, so these are photos Canva also gives you and you can use. So I can just click and drag any photo I want to use. I can just add it to my design and I can use it. Okay, so depending on the photo you want to use, you can just also search. So if I can say man holding key, okay, so any photo at all, and I get that. And it also gives you free photos, and it gives you pro photos. The pro photos can be accessed if you have Canva Pro. If not, you would see the Canva watermark on it. Okay, and we have text. So this section is where Canva gives you some font combinations, as you can see. So if I just want to use a quick one, I select it, okay, and I can just put it somewhere here for now, you understand. And just so anyone, a lot, so anyone at all you want to use, you can just click and use them. So we also have the unedited text, plain text over here, which we can click, and for any text at all you choose, we have the text editing tools over here. So with this first one, okay, it's a drop down one, but when you click on it, it gives you the option to change the typeface or the font of your text. So you can see Canva has a lot of font types over here. So I can click on this to change to this. You can see I can just change to also this one, and you can also adjust your text on how you want it. I can increase it, decrease it, depending on how you want your text to look like. You can do all of that here. Then you can also adjust the font size over here. So when you click on the plus, it increases. When you click on the minus, it decreases. You can change the font color. Okay, black on black doesn't work. So you can see once I click on any color, it adjusts my text. And another thing is some of the text wouldn't have the option to be bold and things like that, but it's a custom text. Let me change it to Alice. Okay, so I just changed my font to Alice, and in this case I can make it bold, okay, and I can make it italic. And also, depending on how I want my font to look, I can adjust the alignment. I align it to the left. We have the we have the various aligning options over here. So left alignment, right alignment, the regular alignment. We have all of that over here. Then we also have the list. So if you want to create a list, you can click, and also depending on the type of list you want, if you want the dotted one or you want the numbered list, you can also do that here. Then if you have a lot of text, okay, so this is a 2-line text, we can adjust the spacing, you understand? So the letter spacing, okay, and we can also adjust the line spacing of it, so you can see how things are looking right here. Then we can also apply some effects. So I can add a shadow, I can add the lift, the hollow. Okay, there's so many effects over here, and with this I would actually want you to play, with them, just to understand what you can do with them, you understand? So I believe you're enjoying all of these things we have in Canva, and there are also some few more we just have to look at, then we can move to the next section. Okay, so we also have this this triple dot over here. When we click on it, we have the underline, and we also have this option which helps you to keep all your letters uppercase, okay, or normal. You can also animate them, okay, so depending on how you want them to look like, you can animate them. And if I come back here, we can also adjust the position of it. So top, you can do so many things over here. I want you to play with this. You can copy the style, okay, and paste it on another text you have on your design. You can adjust the transparency, so how transparent you want your text to look like, you can do that. You can embed a link in your text, okay. You can lock it, okay. So locking means you wouldn't be able to move the text around. You can only move other things, but not that particular text. If you want to move it, you just have to unlock, okay. Then we have duplicate. So when you click on duplicate, you can see it makes a copy of the same text. Now that we've been able to go through all of these things, I believe you've been able to capture a lot, and I know there's still a lot to capture. So let's look at the next item on the left pane, and then we'll see what we can also use it for. All right, so the next item is the styles, okay. And with styles, we have a lot of colors, okay, color combinations plus even fonts, okay. So if I click on this, we just see how it affects our design, you understand? So depending on the style you want to go for, Canva gives you a lot of options. You can choose. It does all of the color combinations and font combinations for you, so that you don't have to think a lot. And we have the colors, which just affects only the colors and font. So this is how you can do that. And you can also create your own style, which is very interesting, okay. Then we have audios. So with audios, you can upload your own audio like we saw in the upload section, but Canva also provides you with some audio you can use, okay. And in this case, if I want to add an audio, I can just click and drag, and it's now here. So I can immediately start playing the audio for you to listen, okay. So the audio is what's playing at the moment. Yeah, so you can see how everything is looking. Canva is really an interesting tool. So if I want to remove it, I can click on the trash, or I can also adjust the the volume, but I'll just delete this because I don't need this for now. Then we have videos. So in this case, Canva gives you the option to upload your own videos, and also it also gives you some videos you can use for your design. So there are so many videos over here which I can use. So I can upload this video, and you can see how the video, this is just a gradient background, but there are so many videos you can be using, okay. Then we have backgrounds, okay. So with background, they are just interesting photos or textures you can use for your background. So you can see we just applied it to our background. So depending on the one you want, you can just click, and Canva will simply replace it for you, okay. Now we have all your designs. So in this case, what we can do is, depending on the designs we've done previously, we can just add them directly. So I can just it's just like importing previous designs. So if I click on this and just click, you can see it replaces the current page, and that's me uploading my previous design, or importing my previous design. So let me just do this quickly. Let me resize to 1080 by 1350, okay. Let me do it 51 and resize, okay. So now if I click on it again, you can see I have imported a previous design. So with any design I want to import, I can just come, to all your designs and just upload, and it works beautifully. And I do this every day. I use this every single day. Okay, then we have embed. So in this case, if you want to embed a YouTube video in your design, okay, you can do that from here. You add the link over here. It works from Vimeo, from Spotify. So it's very interesting. You can see, and even from Instagram. So you choose any of these options. Okay, then you're given the option to also paste the link. Once you do that over here, it will just adjust, and you are also good to go. So we also have Jiffy, which helps you to add GIFs to your video. These are very short videos that are like memes or so. You can use them to create interesting content for your social media. You get it? So if I want to say good morning, I get a lot of GIFs that get to say good morning, and it's very cool. We have draw. All of these things, you wouldn't find them on yours because you haven't activated them yet. So to activate them, just come to more, okay, and you see all of them over here. So you can see once you click on any of them, it would appear on your left pane, and you can start using them. Emoji, you can see them, it appears over here. Then we'll have so many emojis over here we can start using. So this is how interesting Canva is, and I would love for you to take the time to go through all of this and to understand what you can use them for. So now that we've seen all of this, I want to also explain how you can share your design, because there are going to be times where you'd have to share your design with someone else, and once you understand what the various sharing options are, you'd be able to do things easily. Okay, so let's look at the various sharing options we have in Canva and see how we can use them. All right, so if you want to share your design, so let's say this was the final design I made, and you want to share, you just click on share. Okay, and if I know the other person's Canva email, or the email that whoever you use to create their Canva account, I can request for it and place it here, or I can just share the link to edit. So if I copy this link and share it with whoever I want to share it with, the person can come on and make changes that would affect my design. I would also see it from my end. Okay, so in this case, you should use share link to edit for team, okay, for team members. So if you want them to help you with your design, you can share the link with them. Once they come on board, you'll see an icon over here that whoever you share the link with is also actively making changes or even looking at your design. Now if you click on the drop down button, we have share to use a link as template. Once you share the link as a template, whoever you shared it with wouldn't be able to make direct changes to your design. Okay, rather, once you share the link as a template, okay, Canva makes a copy. If they click on the link, Canva makes a copy and gives to them. So whatever changes they make on their design doesn't affect your original design. Okay, so that's with it. And you can also share the link to them. Okay, so since there's a video here, it says share link to watch, but if it was just a normal design, it would be share link to view. So in this case, they can only see and do nothing. Okay, they can only see what you've done. And with this, any change you make with your Canva, okay, they get to see it, but they can't actually do anything about it. So these are the various sharing options we have in Canva. Now let's look at how to download your designs and the various download formats. So let's say this is the design I wanted to make. Let me delete this, and I want to now download and share it with whoever I want to share it with or publish it online. I can click on download, and we have various options over here. The first option is PNG. So if I click on that, I can see JPEG. So this gives me the option to download my design as a JPEG, which Canva is saying a small file size image. Okay, so if you want just a small file, if you want a PDF, we have the PDF standard and the PDF print. Okay, so usually I love to go for the PDF print because this is more quality than the PDF standard. And once you embed the links or you create ebooks, okay, you can just use that. You can just download it as PDF. Then we have the SVG, which is the sharp vector graphics, and this is usually for website purposes. So if you're making designs to post on your website, I believe the SVG is the best way to go. So with this, it gives you the option, once you embed it on your website, it gives you the option to even make adjustment to it. Okay, then you can download your design as a video. If you had a video, you can download it as a video. So if you also made a short clip, you can just download your GIF as a short clip. So I'll keep it on PNG, and with the size, depending on how I want my design to look, or with the dimension, you can see once I adjust it, the dimension also changes. Okay, so just be cautious if you are doing this. Then if it's a PNG, you have the option to download without a background, which is the transparent background. So if I download this, if I check this option, my design wouldn't come with a background. Okay, and if I also check this, it will compress the file and make it blurry, or make it, the quality would reduce definitely. So that's what you can just do. But if I add, let's say I have other pages here, okay, and I come to download, you can see now we have the option to select the pages you want to download. So if you want all the pages, you can just leave it, but if there are specific pages you want to download, you can click on the drop down, okay, and you can choose maybe page 1, page 3, and page 4. Then Canva, once you select all of this, you can click on done and download. So Canva will just download the pages you selected, or you have the options to enter the numbers. So maybe page 1, then a comma, page 3, a comma, and page 4, which is also the same thing. Okay, then you can click on download. So these are some of the things you can do. But we have this triple dot also over here. So if we click on it, you can see we have so many options. So I can also leave my design as an assignment. So you can click where you want your student to submit your work. Okay, then we also have share as. It can be assignment for a new student or an e-student, instructions only. So just read and choose which one you want. Okay, let's go back, and then we can also choose where we want to share our design to. So you can see we can share to Instagram, we can present. There are so many options we have over here, which I would want you to take a look at, because Canva has a lot to provide. Okay, so I'm glad you've been able to walk through the home interface, coming to the design interface, and also looking at the various things we can do in Canva. And the thing is, once you start designing in Canva, okay, it's a constant practice, so you have to keep on designing in Canva, then you get used to the entire interface, you understand? So one thing I would also want to give you is, if you are interested in upgrading to the pro version of Canva because you want to use Canva seriously, then there's a special link I have in the description box below that can help you, to get Canva Pro at a very cool price. And also, if you're interested in testing Canva Pro to see how it works even before you upgrade to Canva Pro, okay, you can also use the same link to get a 30-day trial. Okay, use Canva, explore the possibilities of the Canva Pro, and also make your decision on whether to upgrade or not. So I also hope that all the things I've explained would help to give you a good start with Canva. And yes, the name is Benjamin, and always remember, there is no limit to creativity. I would see you in my next video.